Are you able to see my Wondershare right now? I don't know if
Yep.
you're able to. Oh, you can. All right. So you see so what I've done is I put your video, I stuck it on the track here. This is video 1. And then anything above the track, like so video 2 and 3, anything up here becomes priority over the lower track. So if you want to bring in images like I'm doing here, I move them higher. Now, I could just move this back and it's literally covering up the track. I don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do is have a few seconds of silence, and I basically brought the images that we worked on, a picture of your book, and I had to move it. See how I can just move it around? So I stuck it on the track. I just go import and I just drag it down to the track. And then I did the same thing with this one. I was importing right here, bring it in here, then I drug it down to the track. So this is kind of just a real quick video editing session. I thought, hey, this might help somebody. So what I did is I pulled the video over because right here, I mean, you know, the first few seconds when they first look at your page, it's loading and playing. It's going to play through these seconds before it even has a chance to hear. Nobody hears anything in Go High Level on those bridge pages. It doesn't, you don't even know there's sound to click until you do this. Now watch what I'm going to do. All right, now I just clicked that, but I'm going to go and pull another item here. Look at that. Ha! Now see these little edges? I just clicked it, brought this in. There we go. Now I really want this to be seen, so I might just enlarge it a little bit more without interfering with your face too badly. The other thing I was thinking is, like, I'm not sure. Maybe put you in the corner a little bit. See how I can just kind of click and drag it? That's the nice thing about Wondershare. And remember, this one's over top of this because I put this at the top of my rows of images. If I wanted this to be prior over that, I just do this. And look, now see how your image is overlapping that? So that's kind of how I layer it in my video editor with Wondershare Filmora, is I just layer, what do I want priority? Well, I really want this to stand out above anything I do here. Kind of don't want it to cut into your face too much. But then again, I may just want to do this. I'm going to drag this out. See how that kind of fills a little bit better? It fills the screen a little more. But the one thing I haven't figured out is how to fill the, oh, there we go. I sized your image enough that I could just kind of move it over. You're still showing the paint type survey underneath it in the overlap. I'll move this up. You can still read that. Meg's paint type survey. And yeah, the screen is pretty well filled out with your image of your survey. This kind of nice positioning. I could drag and drop it. I could take the edges, make them larger, make them smaller, just doing that in and out. Next thing I'm going to do, this is for images. Now, if you have a video that you got to zoom in on, you're going to go into, like, let's suppose this video. I'll show you this. Let's say I want to zoom in on her hand instead. I'm just doing this just for fun. All right, I could go in here. I could tell it custom. And then I could select, this is the part I want to show, just the hand. And when I hit apply, the whole thing is zoomed in. Now, I did it for the whole video. That would be really bad. If I wanted to just do a section, I take this and I would cut just a section. Because see how it messed up the video to go and resize it? You just lost the lady in the hospital because you can't see her. So what I just did messed it up. Now I'm going to Control Z to undo it. Haha. So I undid everything. That's, if you mess up something in Wondershare Filmora, Control Z undoes it. And so you'll like to know that little trick. But anytime I'm going to do anything, crop and zoom on a video, I can go and I can select the portion of the video that I want to be zoomed in. Let's say I just want to zoom in on her shoulder, but it switches right here. So I'm going to do the breakpoint. It's just a little video editing thing I want to show you real quick. Okay, see how I'm right down here? I just have this section cut as I hit the little cut where I wanted it to, because it's this image leading to that. Now let's zoom that one in. We're going to do crop and zoom. I'm going to go and zoom it in. There we go. Let's say I wanted to put my play button right here. All right, we'll apply. Now, when it plays, it goes, whoa, I forgot this lady's here. Oops, I forgot to cut that out. I'm going to unzoom. Undo. Control Z, Control Z. Let's cut past that. There we go. When it goes to this shoulder. See this little play button, this plus here on the right? That makes the screen larger. And now I can see where this change occurs. There we go. All right. I'm probably going to just the frame before. Let me enlarge it a little bit more. Yeah, there's the frame. I'm going to cut it so that doesn't mess up her page. I'm only going to have it zoom in on this. Crop and zoom. Just for fun. Now, I'm going to zoom it down. Oops. Did I forget to cut it on the other side? Yes. Control Z, undo. I got to crop that again. And I got to go in. Okay, it changes right here. Okay, so I'm going to enlarge to make sure there isn't any missing frame. Okay, yep, right there, break. Now, put my, see wherever I drag this is where it's editing. Put my cursor down. Make sure that only this section of the video is selected now, because that's how I use the crops. Now I do crop and zoom again. Okay, now we should be able to fix this without messing up the whole video. All right. We're zooming right in on that pain spot. See how I can just drag this wherever I want? Let's say I want to put a caption below here. And I just want it zoomed in, but I want my caption to ride below. I can just pull and drag it down, and we'll have a little caption below this. Apply. Now let's see what this looks like. And notice I haven't changed the audio track at all. I've only cut and cropped just to make it play like this. Now, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to add in a title. So I'm going to have it play the first few seconds with just this imaging that we did with your paint type survey. And I'm going to have it carry over for a little bit with the play button so that they quickly go and add the, go listen to the audio. So we're going to add in titles. I like this one. This is a free title. Anything with the little, you saw up here how it has a little, like these little diamonds, you have to pay for those creative assets, and they're monthly now, and I don't want it doing that. This one's okay, yeah, but I'm just showing you that. So I always like to play with titles that are not the little diamonds, so I don't have to pay for them. That's free. Just a little thing to know. Now see, this is nice because it goes with our play button, and we're going to just make it nice and large. So I just drag it down here. It's going to go across the screen here for the first few seconds of the video. I'm going to make, let's see. I got to zoom and move the zoom thing over here. Okay, text. You see over here? So I highlight, click right in here with my left click, text. Now I can tell what I want it to say. And we're going to say, turn up the volume. Okay, this is too large. Now, so what I'm going to do is just size it. See how I grabbed it from the corner and drug it down? Oh, there we go. Turn up the volume to here. Video. Still a little bit large. Let's size it down a little bit. Take the drag and grab. Turn up the volume to hear video. I want, or to hear, yeah, to hear video. Okay, I want this to be long enough on screen that they get a chance to actually figure out what's going on here. There's a lot of busyness on the page, they might miss it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this extended into the video, but I want to make sure it's pretty good. I think it's pretty easy to see, but again, there's a lot to see on this screen. So recognizing that, I'm going to drag this a little bit farther, all of these titles into our video, about where, yeah, that's a good spot. And we're gonna, I can't really play this right now, except you can see the screens, but you won't be able to hear it without me firing up my other computer. So, actually I'm taking this down. All I'm gonna do is have just this play button, and this. And we'll see what that looks like by taking this and scroll over. See, you can still see her eyes. I kind of like that. But now they're seeing turn up the volume to hear video. I might carry this a little farther because even on this page, it's not messing up the photo too much. So let's pull that a little bit farther. And so they can hear the video. Now, I'm going to do, according to this is almost 10 seconds. But remember, the first 5 seconds right here, they could be like sitting right here on screen and they may not know. I'm not sure if I like that. I don't think I want to go that far. Yeah, I think this is good enough. You still want them to kind of see there's motion and to catch their eye, but they may not know. Now I'm going to play this right now. You may not hear anything, but you're going to see how long it is on screen and see how that naturally plays.
Most people think they just have to live with pain. But what if your body has been telling you...
Good. See, I kind of like that 5 seconds because it's going to get them to, hopefully, when they come to your screen, actually do that. Now, I'm noticing this should be brought down a little. So we're going to highlight this. I'm just bringing it down a little. There we go. Because when it played over here and here, see, yeah, the hand was a little bit messed up. Like you couldn't see much. But I think that's good because it shows it for a brief second. Let's play and see if it feels natural. You just got your page loaded. It's running, but it's very stable. Turn up the volume to hear video.
Most people think they just have
now
to
they're
live
going to
with
see
pain.
the motion.
But what if your body has been telling you
I gotta
exactly
turn the volume
what
up.
it needs to heal?
So that's why I want it to be long enough to kind of carry that out. All right, so I just showed you a little quick session on editing. I'm going to review what we went over. If you want to take a section of the video and just enlarge one section, you're going to move your little cursor thingy. We're going to move to this part where the frames change to cut it. We're going to do the plus sign to really expand it out. You see how it's greatly expanded? Then I can tell if there is a problem where it's cut. Yeah. It looks pretty good. You can still see the hand, but this is standing right here to kind of tell people, hey, it's playing. I maybe need to get the volume up. All right, because that's what happens when it's stable at the first part, just showing your products. They may not realize, oh, I need to go click on something to play. They may think it's just static because there's no motion going on until this starts. So that's why I'm kind of doing it this way, with a buffer image right at the beginning. And remember how you layer your tracks. Your bottom video or whatever you're doing is the most underneath portion of all the imaging. And so this is all blank because I pushed the video over, and then I had like the video, there's no video 1 here because I wanted it to play a first few seconds of your images. So there's your paint type survey, your picture of you, which I love, and then the nice little, title that we just put on, turn up the volume to hear video, and this. And maybe I should probably capitalize, maybe it'll look better. I don't know, but let's just see what that looks like. And maybe I center it left. There we go. So we have all of that set, and we kind of played it briefly. It looks pretty good. I think it's a good to go because it got a full 6-7 seconds, but 2 seconds of the video with motion is going with this turn up the volume. So that'll let people know. I could save the project. Makes pain type survey video. And right here. This is like the title. We can create a title thumbnail. I'm going to save that. I can add it to the beginning of the video. That's good. Plus, I think I may want to save this project with the same title. But there you go. Now it's going to render. You see how I did that? It's rendering inside the folder I had already set up for the video. And you find the folder when you hit export. That little URL path that comes up is the path of where it's actually saving to on my computer. I already know where it is, so I didn't have to copy that. So right now you have no path, you don't know where this is, I'm going to have to go to it on my computer. Create product. I got to move all this over. Paste. Okay, so we'll do our call before our call tomorrow. I'll just help you add this video. I don't think it'll be real hard to add that to your page. And then you should be all set to go with Michaela. So we'll just re-add the video. But now you got to see how we do Wondershare. A little bit of editing in there, and I'm going to put it in our tech and systems call. So this call that we just did is going to be a guide for people that are trying to learn how to edit their videos with Wondershare Filmora. So that'll be great. And you can always go back. Tech and systems is where you'll find this if you need to reference it on any other videos you're trying to put together. So, all right, let me stop the share, jump right back on. And I will say good night for now. I'll get this loaded to Dropbox, send it over to you, and tomorrow we'll just connect real quick before your call on Wednesday. All right. Have a good night, Meg. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.